Hello students, today we are going to cover the topic of infertility. As in my previous lecture, I already discussed about the various problems related to reproduction, the various problems related to overpopulation, the ways of contraception, the ways we can effectively use these contraceptive methods, about STDs, etc. Today I am going to talk about the last topic of this particular chapter, reproductive health, which deals with infertility. So, whenever I talk about the word infertility, what does it mean? Any guesses? Anyone who can try? Yes, infertility is something where a couple, in spite of having successful copulation or successful coitus, is unable to deliver or unable to get pregnant. I mean, the women or the female is unable to get pregnant for around 2 to 3 years. That means when the couple is trying for having a child or trying for family planning for around 2 to 3 years, still if the woman is not able to get pregnant, then this issue is known as infertility. Correct? So, but of course, this is something which we have been seeing very common these days. So, what all can be the causes for infertility? Can anyone guess? Yes, there are several causes. The first cause is stress in our daily life. We all are so stressed with so many issues in our life that it has been a major reason for infertility. Then it could be the lifestyle that we are following. We are not having a healthy lifestyle, that can again be the reason of infertility. Thirdly, the kind of food that we are taking. That food is not that good, or these food, whatever we eat, these packed foods, they are not healthy for the body. So that is again being the cause of infertility. But as we know, we are humans, we have solution to every problem. So here again we have designed a problem to treat infertility. So the way to treat infertility is one special technique designed by the doctors, and that is known as ART. It is something which stands for assisted reproductive technologies, which means that we are using certain methods, we are applying certain technology in order to make these infertile, sad couples be happy by giving them this beautiful gift of the child. So, individually I am going to talk about these methods. Before beginning about it, I would just like to tell about the two important words. One is in vitro and the other is in vivo. I hope you know the meaning of in vitro. What is the meaning of in vitro? In vitro is whenever anything you are doing under laboratory conditions, anything which you are doing inside the lab, that is known as in vitro. Whereas what is in vivo? Anything which you are doing inside the body of an individual, that is in vivo, under natural conditions. Whereas everything which you are doing in the lab under artificial conditions, you are providing artificial environment, that is known as in vitro. So individually we are going to talk about each of these technologies. So first important technology is your test tube baby. So test tube baby is not something with the baby is like a test tube, no. Test tube baby is something wherein you have the formation of the child in the laboratory under laboratory conditions. Okay. So what are we doing here? We are basically allowing the fertilization process to take place in the laboratory. So how are we doing? We are collecting the male gamete from the father or the husband. We are collecting the female gamete from the mother, wife, and then we are allowing it to fuse to form a zygote. So when such a kind of thing is happening in the laboratory condition, it forms a test tube baby. So you have to understand here that it can be done when a husband is not able to produce good quality sperms, or if the wife is not able to produce good quality ovum. So here in the couple, they don't have to copulate with any other individual, but yes, the sperms and the ovums can be collected from the respective sperm and the ovum banks, and they can be fertilized and can be injected or implanted back to the women or to the wife's body. So herein, what are we doing? We are allowing the fertilization process inside the laboratory. So we call it as in vitro fertilization. Correct? So this in vitro fertilization is, we are allowing the fertilization and then we are allowing the implantation of the zygote. So as soon as I know, I have told you before, the male and the female gamete fuses, they form a zygote. And then this zygote is injected inside the fallopian tube of the mother. Okay. So this process is known as ZIFT, that is zygote intrafallopian transfer. So this zygote which has been formed, they will be inserted inside the fallopian tube of the female, and then further it will develop into a complete embryo and a complete fetus.